We had a great day of competition yesterday, a lot of fabulous matches here on the field, and a lot of wonderful things happening back in the pits. We want to welcome you and congratulate you for what you guys have done so far, and we are going to turn it up a big notch today as we get through the conclusion of our qualification matches and into our elimination tournament. All right, so what you guys are doing is much bigger than what you probably realize. You are living in the here and now, the present. You are worried about the rankings and the functionality of the robot. You're worried about the awards and the interviews. You're worried about qualifying and further competitions. But what's happening during the competition with your robot is just a tiny fraction of what FIRST is all about. For more than robots, it's about, well, let's just watch this. Neil, it's time for a video.
This isn't a robot. It very well may have hydraulic arms, a drivetrain, and a circuit board, but this isn't a robot. This is a lesson in humility, hard work, and collaboration. This is a CrossFit workout for the muscle upstairs. This is an apple for the next generation of Newtons. It's a lot of things, but this isn't a robot. This is a roadmap that leads straight to engineering. This is a rock to shatter 1,000 glass ceilings, a rope to pull a generation up and out of poverty, a sledgehammer to break down cultural barriers, and a universal language spoken in every nation on Earth. And because of that, this is a compass that can help point the way to peace. But please, don't think this is just a robot. This is Glastonbury for technology. This is mission control for the next moonshot. This is the Rosetta Stone to help translate the future. This is the sport that will help us win tomorrow. This is the software to program ourselves to cure cancer, build a clean engine, or step foot on Mars. But this isn't a robot. It's a machine to build the people who will change the world.
So speaking of more than robots, IndianaFIRST has a wonderful opportunity for each and every one of the teams here to connect back with their local community, to connect back with their former alumni, their past parents, families, and friends of the team. IndianaFIRST is competing in the Brackets for Good tournament, which is a competitive fundraising tournament set up like March Madness. Now you can reach out to all of these various groups and get them and show them a very simple and easy way that they can donate to your team. If they donate to IndianaFIRST and put your team in the memo line, then those funds, say for a 10% administration, will go back to your team. Now this is applicable to any team from Indiana or Michigan and any team throughout the programs of FIRST, be it FTC or FRC, so long as they have a nonprofit or a school that can accept the donation. Last year, IndianaFIRST made it to the finals of the Brackets for Good tournament in their rookie outing. This year, looking to go all the way to get the big trophy at the end. Now, we raised $20,000 for the teams that through this Brackets for Good. So this is a phenomenal way for so many teams to get money for further competitions, for state, for worlds, beyond, or just continuing to fundraise for this year and the future. All right, so now I'd like to introduce our first speaker. This speaker is an innovator in his own line of work. He is always looking to improve his business with cutting-edge technology. So please welcome the co-owner of Pro Show, Sean Sparris.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you. This is an awesome opportunity. I'd first like to thank IndianaFIRST, Penn Robotics team for allowing me to, and my wife, to put together the LED video wall that we have behind me here. Thank you. Most of all, it's with you guys. You're why we're here, okay? It's the opportunity at hand that you accomplished this in 6 weeks. Give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, 6 weeks to put this together. That's amazing. I know firsthand at this. We're involved in event production. Like Danny said, pro show. We're involved in event production, and that's putting together events like this. We know firsthand what it takes to pull that off and deadlines. So that's incredible to be able to be here at this competition and have it here in Mishawaka. A little bit on my background. I did not have opportunities like this that led me down the path that I am here today. Touring the school and meeting Jim Langfeld for the first time opened my eyes to see the opportunity and why I wanted to be involved in helping the community and giving you guys and gals opportunities to be here and do this sort of thing. My career path I was focused on going into pre-med, and I started in the pre-med program at Ball State. Thank you. And met my wife, had an opportunity to work alongside my future father-in-law in electronics. And looking back at all the indicators that came along in my life, from tinkering with car stereos to taking apart things, putting things back together, pre-med wasn't where I wanted to be. Fast forward, I ended up getting a degree in sports administration, of which I'm not here doing anything relative to sports. But it's these programs that are put together that allow you guys and gals to do this and find your desire, your passion. And that my passion in doing electronics, I'm able to do automation. We also have a company that's called AVI, Audio Visual Integrators. And that company, we do permanent install and residential and commercial. We completed a partnership with St. Joe Hospital here in town and put together a gesture-controlled video wall and working with people from around the world to program this system. So technology with STEM is in us. It allows us to be able to work together with businesses and funding this program. It's an awesome opportunity. So thank you, Danny. Thank you for the opportunity to be here with the LED panels. And go teams.
Thank you, Sean, and thank you for helping us put together this wonderful AV production that we've had here today. All right, our next speaker, you guys all know him and love him. Please give a warm welcome for, wow, okay, this is where they give you a script and why you should read it. All right, starting over. Our next speaker has taken his passion for robotics and turned it into a career. He has impacted the lives of countless students across the world. He is IndianaFIRST Executive Advisory Board member and president of IndianaFIRST. Please put a warm round of applause together for Mr. Andy Baker.
Good morning. I want to be a pilot. So I was wondering, is it a yellow card or a red card if two pilots start making out up here? Is that referee? Oh, okay. I know I skipped a step. Okay. So shout out to the purple team up there. I love you guys. I'm happy to be a Cybertooth. So I want to talk about IndianaFIRST. Who knows what IndianaFIRST is? Okay, all right. I believe some of you, all right. So it has one employee, Miss Renee, one employee. It's a not-for-profit, it's a 501c3. It has hundreds of volunteers, many of you, wonderful volunteers. They put in probably tens of thousands of hours to make Indiana First work. Now, I want to talk about how it was before Indiana First and how it is now after Indiana First has started. How it was, we used to pay about $9,000 of entry fee to go to 2 regionals. A lot of teams only went to 1 regional and they paid $5,000. Most of these regionals at Purdue, Midwest, Rose-Hulman, they ran on budgets that were about $200,000 or even more. We would hire in the DJ, hire in the audio visual. We would pay a lot of people from coming in from far away to run these events for us. How it is now, we pay $5,000 for 2 district plays. We pay a little bit more for a third, and the events run at about a $30,000 to $40,000 budget. That's a big difference. There's a lot of cash difference there. It's more accessible, it's more affordable, it's sustainable, and I think it's more enjoyable. How does this happen? Wonderful, tireless, key volunteers make this work. For example, this past weekend at Tippecanoe, I added up some hours of some key volunteers who are sitting back here because they're kind of tired. They sit down sometimes, like you. But from Friday morning last weekend at Harrison High School until Sunday night, I think it was 12:30 at night when they left the event, they put in 48 hours between Friday morning and Sunday night. Let's give them a hand. They're going to do it again this weekend. They're going to do it again at Perry. They're going to do it again at Huntington. And they do wonderful work. And they don't ask to be recognized, really. They inspire me, and I'm sure they inspire you, too. So since Indiana First and First FRC is affordable, accessible, and sustainable, and enjoyable in the state, we're going to get bigger. There's going to be more teams. There's going to be more teams in this area, Fort Wayne, Evansville, Terre Haute, all over the place. So Indiana First will grow. I have 2 requests for you. So seek out how you can help grow Indiana First by helping these key volunteers do their thing. Maybe you want to help set up the field one night or help tear down the field one night, because we're going to have 2 events on the same weekend sometimes, and we need more people to do that. Believe me, you don't all have to put in 48 hours for that same time frame, but if there's more people doing it, we can spread out the work. Second thing, please help me in showing appreciation for these people. If you see them around, say thanks. They do wonderful work. And I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to name names. So, thank you, Brett, Jeff, Renee, Danny, John, Betsy, Charlie, Nick, Neil, Allison, Dan, Liz, Carolyn, Chris. Thank you all. One unique thing about these people that I named, they all were students in First. They're all alumni. I made this list last night. I'm like, huh, that's kind of cool. They all were sitting in your students' seats years ago. So thank you again. Have a great day.
All right, let's give it one more time for Andy and for all of our key volunteers and everybody that makes these events happen. All right, now for some of our event volunteers, you guys have known, you guys talked to them a bunch yesterday. Let's give a big round of applause. In the front row, we have our blue shirts, we have our judges. You guys know and love them, judges. Also, field side, we got to hear from them a little bit yesterday, and they kept their remarks brief. Let's give it up for our referees. All right, hopefully you guys have had a little bit of time to talk with our lead safety advisor. Give it up for Mr. Nick Leach over in the red shirt in the back. All right, and just a quick word. I'll skip that and do that later. All right, now it is time for the national anthem, so if everybody could please stand, remove any hats, and give it up for Laura for Team 2960.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, well, we are going to get things kicked off. You guys know the schedule for the rest of the day. We have qualification matches, then we're going to go through our alliance selection ceremony, play our elimination rounds, and start handing out some awards. Now we're going to do something a little bit special with the awards. We're going to do that intermixed with some of our elimination matches. So keep an ear out for more announcements on that. But now it's time for Renee Becker-Blau to make an announcement.
I just wanted to say that we had one more group of volunteers. You see these guys in the yellow hats back here. You can take off your hats and wave. Thank you so much, robot inspectors, for all of your hard work. As a reminder, you need to get your robot re-inspected at some point today. And go to Pit Admin and ask them that question because it's in the script, and we'll make sure that Danny reads that a little later. So thank you so much, teams, and let's get these matches going.